verses 1 and 2. Save me, O God, for the waters have come up to my neck. I sink in deep mire where there is no foothold. I have come into deep waters, and the flood sweeps over me. The first verses here capture how the psalmist, due to his suffering, feels as though he's drowning so deep in his situation that his foot is slipping. There's no place to put his heel. Has anybody ever been on a rock wall? Whether a real rock wall or something that they have in some sort of gymnasium. I've done it. And here's the thing. You can have your hands on two of the cliffs, two of the parts that are hanging out, but if you don't have a place for your heel, your arms will give out, and your weight will get the best of you, and you'll fall down. Well, here in Psalm 69, verses 1 and 2, he's saying this: there's no place to put my foot. What I'm sinking in is so deep, is so wide, is so far beyond my head, I'm drowning. And the word mire there is also translated in other translations as mud. And so this is not a day at the pole, this is a day in the mud. And he's saying, I can't even find solid ground. This is him speaking in Psalm 69 about his situation, but like I said, it's quoted 10 times in the New Testament about Jesus Christ. And so what in the world is this telling us about Jesus Christ? Well, let me give you an idea. This psalm foreshadows how the Holy One of God, Jesus Christ, was drowning, as it were, in sin, as the sin of the world was laid upon his shoulders at the cross. And the only reason we can have peace and rest is because the Son of God, the innocent one, drowned without mercy on that cursed tree. The only reason you and I can have any peace today is because at the cross of Calvary, the Messiah, the Son of God, had the weight of the world put on his shoulders, so deep, so thick, so immense that it was as if there was no place to put his heel other than the place in which they nailed it to the tree. And 2 Corinthians 5 says this: He who knew no sin became sin for us. That scripture, you got to be careful not to say too much, but you also have to be careful not to say too little, lest we strip the cross of its glory. The Holy One, the perfect one, became sin for us. He didn't become a sinner, but the sin of the world was laid upon him, and he received the judgment we deserved.